Have you been waiting out for a LEGO deal and sale in order to swipe the card? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be discussing that because LEGO Group has decided to throw us double Insiders Week VIP. I don't even know what to call it anymore. Loyalty points? I miss the VIP days. I'm always a VIP. But what's up, everybody? It's your host, Cristo from Stead City. LEGO has some new GWPs, some things to talk about, and some sets. I don't want you to miss out on a good deal. So let's get after it. What up, everybody? Hope everyone's having a great day. Again, LEGO is kicking off Double Points, which, if you are unfamiliar, is their loyalty program, which normally is normal loyalty points. That's 5% basically in cashback through LEGO, basically is how it works. Double just means 10%. Now, it's not a huge discount, but LEGO in the past has been pretty notorious for not having a lot of deals and sales, at least from LEGO.com and LEGO Shop at Home. So it's always been a great time to purchase, especially this time of year when LEGO sets are slowly leaving the market, which we'll talk about and show some sets that are potentially gone forever in today's video. Now, I will say there's a couple GWPs that LEGO threw up on the website. First one here is Nova's Doghouse build. It's a LEGO Friends one. It comes with any LEGO Friends set, excluding pre-orders, for $40 more. It's just a poly bag. They also have the Tropical Toucan for any LEGO Creator 3-in-1 or Botanicals for spending $40. So pretty much locked into those three themes. And then, again, a release of a GWP. It's the Simpsons Living Room from the exclusive launch of the Simpsons Krusty Burger. You got this living room GWP at the time. I feel like this is an indicator that the set didn't sell up to their expectations or LEGO expectations, and they have more of this. There's many theories out there. I think this is the most simple one, and I think it makes sense. They produced X amount, they didn't sell X amount, so they're bringing it back for a short period of time. Makes sense. At least they're keeping it exclusive to the Simpsons set. If not, that would definitely crush the value of this, but seeing it already back on the market is kind of crazy. You guys know how I feel about this. If you want me to ramble more about this, well, comment it so I can make a future video. Now, going into what I'm more interested in is LEGO Double Points. And why am I interested in that? Well, I think we're already starting to see lots of LEGO sets leave the market. And what does that mean? So at the end of the year, we have a whole bunch of sets. I think there was like 300 LEGO sets that are retiring at the end of 2025, which is a crazy amount of number. And we're already starting to see some of them go out of stock, sold out, no longer available. Now, again, there is potential that sets like this potentially might come back, but there's potentially it doesn't, right? A good example is the Batcave Shadow Box from 2024. Last year, that one retired. It was an expensive set. It retailed for $400. There was actually triple insider points on it during Batman Day, which was in August, September last year, if I'm not mistaken. They did it for the 30th anniversary. I think it was in August. So anyways, it went out of stock during that promotion period. You got a couple GWPs with it. You got some triple points. And from that point forward, in August or September, it was no longer available and sold out everywhere. And that one definitely reflected the price. You saw many of them selling for double, if not more. So a $400 set selling for $800 plus. That's crazy. So I don't want that to happen on some of the sets you're interested in. So try to be proactive if you're really holding out for some of these sets, and you should really start to dial in on some of them. So anyways, a good example is the Daily Bugle. This went on sale during Amazon Prime Day. It's one I called out very much so. We called it on the Discord. We called it out on YouTube. I said, this is a good buy. I think it was $280, and it's retiring at the end of the year, and it's been on the shelf since 2020. Literally a 5-year shelf life. You know dang well they don't have a ton of stock of this. So and they probably cut manufacturing quite some time. So if you find one in stores, my recommendation is probably to buy it. I don't know how many other deals or sales. Maybe Amazon restocks, maybe Target restocks, but literally Amazon, Target, Walmart, all of these places do not have this readily available online. And that's definitely worthwhile to mention because, well, this is a hot, sought-after set that you guys always comment in it. Speaking of, if there's any LEGO set you're looking in for particular, I always say comment it in my videos, so I include it in sets talk lists that we talk about for deals and sales in the future. So anyways, Daily Bugle is not one that you're going to be able to get double insider points, so I reluctantly am informing you that double points won't land that. But what can we do? Let's focus on some of the other big LEGO sets that are retiring at the end of the year. Now, I'm not saying this is the best time to get them. Nobody knows that. Not any other random YouTuber on the media. Nobody online. Nobody knows that, right? I can't tell you when the best time to pick these up are. However, do I think it's a good time, especially if you don't want to miss out on it? Sure, I think Ninjago City Markets is definitely one, and it's definitely one in my high buy list. It came out in 2022, was the first Dragons Rising, launch. It was the fourth modular to go in the group. It's the most expensive one that's ever released, and it's a really good set. It comes with a bunch of exclusive minifigures. I think even at retail value, you don't lose on this set, just considering how good it is. Personally, I'm invested in this set. I think this is a great one. I have one in the personal collection, and I plan on buying 1 to 3 more copies of it before the end of the year. Am I going to buy it during this Double Insiders week? I'm going to give it another day and think about it. I'm going to kind of wait here. Maybe if there's another GWP that lines up or anything like that. But this is a set I don't want to miss out on getting extra copies of. I love the Ninjago line. I love all the Ninjago modulars. I love all the Ninjago minifigs. I love the show. This is a set that I think is worthwhile to invest in, and I think it'll be easy $500 plus given, 12 months from now. So that's kind of why my thought process on that one. Same thing with the Lion Knights Castle. I think this is also a no-brainer. It has literally been back ordered in and out of stock throughout this entire year. Like since I think March, we've seen this set go back ordered, shipped in 60 days, 90 days, all throughout this year. My recommendation, if you're waiting out for a sale on this set, this could potentially be something like the Batcave Shadow Box. Everybody knows, maybe not everybody, many people know this is retiring. This is a sought-after 90-year anniversary Lego set. This is going to be an expensive Lego set after it retires, and especially if it goes off the market earlier, including and encouraging FOMO that you missed out on it. So I'm not going to induce that, but just keep that in mind. There's going to be channels, there's going to be hype things that if this goes out of stock, especially in September, August, we're still in August, October, this set's going to shoot up in value, and it's going to shoot up quick. So keep that in mind. We already talked about the Daily Bugle, so if you find that one in stores, I personally wouldn't hesitate it. If I go to a Lego store and I see one, I'm probably going to scoop up a copy just to have on hand. We also have this one. This is a set we haven't gone on sale at all. It's the Jazz Club. I think a Black Friday, maybe a year or two ago, we saw maybe a little bit of a discount, but for the most part, it's not really gone on sale. The modular lines have been pretty good investment pieces. I think a lot of that's changed here in the last couple of years, especially with the prices of them shooting up just in MSRP, like everything. But $230 for the Jazz Club. It's definitely one I would focus on, especially if you don't have this set and you want a personal copy. Double Insider Points is a great time to get it. I'm also going to mention this video is not sponsored in any way or form. However, there is some additional cash back if you guys like shopping online like I do. I personally use Rakuten. I've been using them for like 4 or 5 years now, and right now they have 2.5%. Again, it's not a ton, but it adds up into savings if you're buying any of these Lego sets tonight. And you'll also get $30 for signing up with the link in the description. It's free to you, and you also get that little bonus, which is pretty nice. I use them for all my online purchases, so do that with what you will. We also have Daigon Alley. I think this is another potential Batcave scenario. I think as things ramp up into fall season, spooky season, I feel like Harry Potter definitely fits that vibe, especially going to Christmas. It's always been a Christmas movie to me. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Is this a fall-time movie to you? Is it a summer movie? I think of Christmas when I think of Harry Potter, but that's just me. My wife says I'm crazy about that. But I went ahead and requested this set with some of the budget I had from Lego Ambassador Network, and I'm really excited to build it. However, that doesn't shy away from I still think this is a good investment set. And my goal is to plan to buy another one of these without spending and breaking the bank on all of these sets, as this is a very expensive list I'm making of quick sets to talk about. But $450 for this one. I think this is, if it retires early especially, and one that I think they have low inventory of, I think this would be a great investment piece to hopefully sell off in the later run. Last set that I want to talk about here, or last two sets. One is the Disney Castle. This one's $400. It's a remake, so I don't think it has as huge potential margins, but you never know, right? Different minifigures, different castle theme compared to the one that retired in 2023. I like that one better. It came with a Goofy. I just liked it better as a set. But this one is more expensive, $50 more at $400. I still think it's the Disney Castle, so it's going to be a good investment piece, but definitely one to consider and keep in mind. And lastly, the Mighty Bowser. I think this was one of the best Lego sets of its time. 2023, I think it came out. Definitely one of the better sets of 2023 or 2022, whenever that was. And just an enjoyable set. It being Super Mario and Nintendo licensing has huge factors to play into, well, this might be a very expensive set later down the road. Again, one that we don't see a ton of sales. I think last Black Friday we saw some deep discounts on it, under $200, but it was very hard to find. I was unable to find one in stores personally, but I do know some that were able to find it on deep discount. But I think this is another one that is going to have struggle with inventory as we close out the year. And I think all of these sets, and that's why I'm talking about them in today's video, will have the same issues given how big they are, how long they've been on the shelves, and just the high demand for these sets, especially to find deals and sale on. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up. Let me know what you guys think about Lego Insiders. Let me know if Harry Potter is a Christmas or a full-time movie in the comments below. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like today's video so I know you enjoyed it so I can make more videos in the future. And we'll see you in the next one.